What's up, y'all? It's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. We're here for Love After Lockup, Season 4, Episode 16, The Rebound and the Monster. So let's just start off with Britney and Ray. Hopefully my fiance do not call me because she at work and I want to get this video out. So hopefully she doesn't interrupt me. Britney and Ray. The thing with them is going to be this prenup. All these couples going to have a thing that's a problem. The prenup is the problem. Britney goes dress shopping with her mom, and her mom brings up the prenup, and she like, prenup is not such a bad thing. It's just to protect both of y'all assets. But prenups get a bad connotation because some people will say it's like you planning for your divorce before you get married. I don't see it that way. I just feel like, even though Ray has shown to be responsible now since he's been out of jail, he's been holding down a job, he's been paying on his restitution. However, people change and things happen in life that can make you revert to old habits. So just to protect everybody involved, let's just get this prenup. But of course, Ray did not see it that way. And he like, y'all ruining the whole mood. And I'm about to say, I don't even want to get married no more. And Brittany like, stop playing with me because you sound stupid and childish. Like, you're not ever finna play with me like that. Girl, this is all for show. They gonna end up getting married and they gonna do a damn prenup. And Ray is not going anywhere. I feel like they're gonna be together. But that's really all that those two had going on. Let's get to Taylor and Chance. Chance is going to look at a house that I don't know if he purchased it already or he's planning to purchase. However, y'all already know how I feel about Chance if y'all been watching my videos. He's trying to get control. He's buying a 3-bedroom home. First of all, he said he was able to procure a $20,000 loan. And I said, white people can do anything. And please, if it's some white people on my channel, I don't want y'all to feel like I'm anti-white because I'm not. I know all white people are not the same, but I am pro-black. And I just feel like it's crazy that this man can get out of jail for fraud, robbery, and drugs. And he could get out and within a span of 1 or 2 months, he could get a $20,000 loan. White people can do anything. Like, I just want y'all, the white people that do follow me, I just want y'all to be people that understand y'all privilege. Because that's absolutely white privilege right there. Because they wouldn't have gave none of our black ass no $20,000 loan. Absolutely not. Then this fool said he got his sixth credit card in the mail, and he gonna buy something worth $50 so he can continue to accumulate points. And I'm like, it sound good, but it also sound like you went out and just was doing shit. Why do you have 6 credit cards? With 6, you better hope that you can keep up with them payments, because you spending money all crazy like y'all got it like that, and y'all don't. Because Taylor is freaking out. She's also freaking out because she's pregnant. She's been queasy, not wanting to eat certain foods. She just been sick all day, and she's blaming it on stress. But she popped. She was talking to her sister, Bobby, who looks like she's doing pretty good at rehab. She talked to her on the phone, and she was like, I took the test, but I'm scared to look at it. She's like, girl, look at it, because it's either you is or you ain't. So you might as well take the test. I'm sorry. Norbert reference. So back to Chance. Like I said, it's a 3-bedroom house. And he's still planning on putting Bobby in the garage. He still want Bobby out the house. Them girls don't all need an individual bedroom. It's weird. And I'm not finna keep saying what I've been saying, but it's giving you trying to isolate and have control. Now that that's your house that you bought, you can dictate what go on in there. And can't nobody tell you nothing because it's your house. That's gonna be a shit show. I hope Taylor don't move in, but she will. And she goofy. Moving on. Dante and Lindsay. So Dante is going to spend the day with his mother, and Lindsay is going to spend the day with her daughter, Miley Grace. Miley Grace is so big. I didn't even realize. I did, but I didn't when I really looked at her this episode. She is really grown up. Dante is going furniture shopping with his mama. And he decides to tell her that he planning on moving to Mississippi with Lindsay. And she like, that is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life. And I won't tolerate it. I'm not going to be a part of the bullshit. Like, leave me out of it. I already went through this with you and Tia. And I don't think you realize that hurts me. Like, when you go through stuff, as my son, I'm going through it too. And I'm not going through this with you again. So you need to figure out this fool, how we even got to that. He is in the kids section. This man ain't moved yet. This man ain't packed up nothing. This man ain't looked for another apartment, but he in the damn store looking for beds. And I'm like, this got to be a production setup scene, because that's stupid. Like, why are you looking at kids furniture and kids beds talking about, oh, well, she has a child and, you know, we're going to be living together? And it's just like, first of all, that's not your baby. Second of all, y'all hadn't even taken any steps in that direction for you to be looking for furniture for that little girl, which makes me feel like this scene was contrived, but whatever. Meanwhile, they show us Lindsay and Miley Grace. They're out shopping. Lindsay did not give me pageant girl. If she didn't tell me, I would not have known. She said she did one pageant, and I think she came in runner up. I don't remember. You know, her picture was cute. She had a goth kind of look. And her daughter is following in her footsteps, and she wants to do pageants as well. So they basically dress shopping and accessory shopping for her upcoming pageant. And all while she's there, Dante is steady calling, steady texting, steady calling, steady texting. She like, I told him that I was going to be with my daughter today, and he's still calling me. Like, I don't understand. Why? Like, I don't get it. And then Miley's like, do you love him? And she's like, yeah, I'm in love with Dante. I just, want to take stuff slow. And she's like, well, why don't you just answer the phone? She's like, because I'm setting boundaries. And I said, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't hate Lindsay this season. I ain't gonna say I like her. But to me, it seems like she's doing better than what she was doing the last time we seen her on this show, the last couple of seasons. She seems like she's in a better headspace, and she know what she's supposed to be doing. She got a job. And she been, taken seriously, spending time with Miley Grace. And I'm glad that she get to spend this time with her. And I'm glad that she can instill certain things with her, because boundaries are important in a relationship. And ain't no way that Deontay's supposed to be calling you and calling you and calling you like that. Like, he clingy as fuck, and that's irritating. And I feel like that's where he go wrong. Like, don't nobody want no clingy. Some women do. Most women that I know, be clingy a little bit, but don't be overly, you just talked to me 20 minutes ago and then you calling me again. And you know that I told you I had some shit to do. I'm not going to be on the phone with you while I'm out and about taking care of business. Like, I'll talk to you later. But Lindsay, text the man back and tell him I'm with my baby. I'll holler at you when I get a chance. He want to tell her. He wants to call her and tell her that the mama ain't with it. It's just like, why do you want to call her with shitty news right now? She with her baby. Let her have this, please. But I'm glad she told her baby about boundaries, because I noticed that in young relationships, just your head be glued to your phone all day long. If you ain't on the phone with the person, you texting the person. And that can become unhealthy if you don't nip it in the bud when it needs to be nipped in the bud. But that's all that they had going on. Let's move on to Puppy and Amber. Puppy pregnant. I don't know if I said that last week. I don't think I did last week's video. Puppy's pregnant. And she's scared to tell Eric, which she should be, because I don't think he's going to be very happy about it. He's still very married and don't look like he's taking steps towards getting a divorce. So this fool done popped up pregnant, and Amber like, well, are you going to tell him? And she like, I'm scared. And it's like, well, bitch, you got to tell him. So I guess a couple of days, no, not a couple of days, the next day, or when she got home that night, it looked like she was about to tell him, but she chose not to. She ended up telling him that she bought him clothes. She showed him the clothes. He didn't seem enthused, but he said he loved it. So whatever, I guess it's a dude thing. He don't be getting excited about shit like that all the time. And then he leaves and he didn't come back that night. And she like, what, you going to be with your wife? And he like, I'm gonna be where I'm gonna be. I see you when I see you. And then he left and he didn't come back until the next day. So the next day, Amber comes over and they supposed to be hanging out. And Eric like, what y'all got going today? And she like, shit, I don't know. She like, what you on today? What you got going on? Because I heard you ain't come back home. And he like, who told you that? She said, puppy. He like, why did you tell her that? Because it's the truth. He said, I ain't got the answer to y'all. I don't have to answer to either one of y'all. I'm grown. So as soon as I let her know where I'm going, when I get there, if I feel like it, then I'm sure she'll let you know. And he leaves again. So Amber has the bright idea to follow him. And I knew this was a shitty idea when they said it. And Puppy all scared and shit. Talking about, no, I don't want to follow him. Woo-woo. But they end up doing it because you can pretty much convince Puppy to do anything. So they following him. And Puppy like, I don't think this is a good idea. He the type of man that drive in his rearview mirror. Like, he know we behind him. So apparently he did, because he pulls off. He get off on the exit. And he starts going down a closed road. So they couldn't, avoid him. And she like, oh my God, he gonna see us. And she ran, but like, well, we here now, bitch. He got out that car mad as hell. Talking about, why are y'all following me? Like, what is this shit? And Amber like, because we don't trust you because of what you said to Puppy. What Puppy be telling me, I don't trust you. And he like, I am 40 years old and I do not need no fucking babysitter. And he said, you better watch yourself. I said, oh, is that a threat? That sounds like a threat. That sounds like you might do something to me. Don't play with me, Eric, because I believe Amber is crazy and she'll do something to you. So don't give out a hollow threat now. Talking about you better watch yourself. You are talking to two women, sir. Get your shit together. Maybe if you stop lying and cheating and trying to be with your wife and Puppy, you wouldn't have nobody following you. So Puppy is kind of irritated with Amber because they were followed. Well, because Eric found out that they were following him and he got an attitude. So she's like, everything's going to be fucked up. And Amber's like, it was fucked up before this. So what are you saying? Like, what's going to be any different now? The difference now is because he's going to be cursing her ass out. And she going to take it because she want to be with him. Amber's like, why do you think this shit is cool? And Bad Puppy's like, because I love him. So if you don't get your goofy ass out of here. Moving on to Britney and Marcelino. So apparently Marcelino had been having conversations with Amanda, who is Britney's ex, this entire time since the threesome. And Amanda has said nothing. So Britney asked her again, because that from the last episode, she didn't come home. She spent the night out and ended up waking up naked in some lady bed. And she's sitting up smoking a square and she like, so is there anything else you need to tell me? And she reveals that Marcelino sent her a dick pic. Talking about maybe some dick will make you feel better. And it's just like, bitch, why would you not tell me that my husband sent you a picture of his penis? Like, what is that about? So Britney is pissed off and she goes to meet Amanda at her job and she wants to confront Amber. So she called Amber outside. She like, why didn't you just tell me what was going on? Like, why didn't you just be forthcoming? Because I don't believe that you thought that I was also on the other end of the phone when Marcelino sent you that dick pic. She like, if I slept with your man and we had a threesome together and he texted me a dick pic, you would have been the first person I called. And it really, Amanda didn't really have anything to say. Do y'all know Britney stole off this girl in front of her job? I did not think she was finna rock her shit. I promise you. I did not think she was finna rock her world. But she did. She punched her, she pushed her, and she pushed her on the ground. Hard. And I'm just like, oh, y'all wilding out here. But I was also like, Britney, you better go home. Make sure them kids is tucked away and have this same energy from Marcelino. Don't you go stealing off that girl and not going and having that same energy with Marcelino. I don't condone violence. However, if you're going to hit her, hit him too, because he the one that sent it. Yeah, she kept it from you and she's her friend, but at the end of the day, you opened up your bedroom to that shit, and you shouldn't have. And now they moving how they moving. But have that same energy for the man that took vows with you, because even though they're both at fault, he's more at fault because he knew what this would do. But Marcelino just hurt because he feel like Britney a lesbian. And it's like, y'all really shouldn't have had that threesome. They didn't really show much else of Britney and Marcelino. They showed her going home, and she said that if I talk to, I'm gonna give Marcelino a chance to come clean. And if he don't, then I don't know what's gonna happen. So that means she probably gonna steal off him too if he ain't talking how she feel like he needs to be talking right now. And given Marcelino's attitude lately, it sounds like he's not gonna give her anything. So she probably gonna end up stealing off him as well. We won't know until next week. Chaz and Brantley. Child, she finally gave up the draws. And she said, I never really, had a lot of experience with older guys, but, he kind of surprised me. He's, having sex with Chaz is like having sex with a gentle butterfly. And I'm just like, oh, girl. So she like, he surprised me. I said, I'm sure he did. So I'm sure he did. Chaz messed around, have a baby leg down there. You never know. It always be the slow ones, the off ones, and the nerds. They be slanging for some reason. Don't know why. Don't know what's up with that. But that's usually how it goes. So he probably did slow stroke her ass to oblivion, bitch. He was giving passionate slow stroke bitches. Slow stroke be the tea sometimes, but we not gonna get into that. But yeah, they had sex, and he's excited, and he's being more irritating now that he got some, and he like, what, I'm gonna extend my stay for a couple more days. And she like, extend your stay. Like, I got stuff to do. You can't stay. You can't stay. Please leave. I thought that if I gave you some, you would get the fuck on. I thought that's what you was waiting on, so I gave it to you. And now you talking about you finna extend your stay because I'm not giving you no more coochie. That was on one in time. Because I don't think she probably gonna sleep with him again. That was just to hold him over for a little while. But she also need him to keep funding whatever he's funding. So that's probably why she gave up the draws. She knew eventually she was gonna have to do it. But she says, oh, I have to take this phone call. It's not her PO, but her counselor. So she dip off, a dude pick up the phone. And he sound like he black. But he pick up the phone. And this fool is like, yeah, hey, babe, I just got out. Ooh, I want to see you. And she's like, oh my gosh, you just got out? Like, I'm so busy right now, but when I get time, I'll make the time. And Chaz is, finally putting two and two together and realizing, like, I don't think she give a shit about this marriage, and I need to look at what she's doing. He's starting to get the picture that she's probably involved with somebody else. And that's a surprise to me, not because I don't think she would do it, but because that just didn't cross my mind. That's really all I have. That didn't cross my mind that she would do that. But Child, she messing with somebody else. I'm like, it's ugly for you, Sean. You might as well pack it on up, head back to old Kentucky. Cause just drop the paperwork. Cause she cheating on you. Sorry, boo. That's really unfortunate for you. Let's move on. The last couple, Sean, Sarah. Why did they drag out this wedding this damn long? Only for an anticlimactic ending. I'm gonna just start from the beginning. Sarah thought that she was going to be doing a first look. I've never heard of that. I always thought that tradition was the groom is not supposed to see the bride before they actually take their vows. I've never heard of a first look, but that's actually a cute idea. The first look is basically for the bride and groom to have a moment before everybody else sees them. And I low-key think I might want to have a first look too. I don't know, but I'm probably not even having a wedding, just a reception. But that was neat. I never heard of that. That's a really cute idea. But instead of Sean showing up, Kelly showed up in all black and purple hair. And Sarah was like, you gotta be shitting me. And she's like, I do not want her here if the children aren't here. But the children are there. And Kelly just was like, I just wanted to talk to you and let you know what you're getting yourself into. And I didn't want to believe that it was hateration, but it's just like, at this point, she already know the type of man that Sean is. So why did you feel like you needed to come here and tell her who Sean is? Sarah is very aware of the man she's getting involved with. She was like, oh, I know he's a liar. He's a big liar, but I know what I'm getting myself into. But he's actually a big step up from who I've been with in the past. I'm used to getting, I'm used to people putting their hands on me and talking to me crazy, and Sean don't do that. And, from that perspective, I can see that Sean probably is a good catch to her, but he's still a lying ass. But I guess that doesn't matter. They make amends, and Kelly was like, I thought this would be easier if she was ugly and a bitch and a monster, but she's gorgeous. And, I don't have anything else to say, but I wish her the best of luck. So they part ways, and then they flip to Sean talking to his oldest daughter, and she basically was telling him, like I told y'all last couple of weeks ago, that she felt abandoned, and she felt like that was just her and her siblings and her mom was just his practice family, and she didn't appreciate that, and she was crying, and he was like, I'm so sorry. And I want to apologize to you again. And it doesn't make it right, but I just want to have the opportunity to make it right. And I'm going to give him that. But if you disappoint that baby Sean and we get to see it, I'm going to cuss your ass the fuck out. I just want you to know, I'm going to drag you. Don't disappoint that girl. And don't disappoint the rest of them children. You need to do everything you need to do to make it right with them kids. And Sarah, you need to make it your business to see that he does do that. Because now you're having a child with him. And you have a little girl already. And if he disappoints them, you're not going to feel very good about that. So you need to make it your business as his wife to make them kids a priority in his life. And now that you are his wife, and he seemed like he listened to you a little bit, you have the ability to tell him, we're going to get your kids for the weekend or for the holidays, or you're going to alternate. So I'm hoping that Sarah instills in him that he needs to be more active in his children's life. I really do hope that for them. So as they're showing the wedding, she's coming down the aisle and she's so nervous. And she like, I didn't get to do my first look with Sean. And I feel like the first look is to see, the last chance to see if you really want to do this. And I'm like, girl, the deposits have been paid. Venues have been set. Like, all these people here, people done book flights. You gonna get your ass married today. If I was one of your guests, you gonna get down this aisle and then y'all get to know later on. But I done spent my money to get out here. So, figure it out. And then the preacher or pastor or whatever. I don't know which. I can't remember what that title is for. Officiant? Is it officiant? I don't know. The pastor. He said, if there's anybody that objects to this marriage, speak now, forever hold your peace. They skipped to Destiny. This fool talking about I've been having contractions all day and I've been nauseous and I think I'm going into labor. And I said, look at God. I said, the Lord works in mysterious ways, child. Like, she thought she was finna go and ruin these people's wedding. And she ended up going into labor. I said, I'm glad. You need to sit your ass down. So when she like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it to Ohio to the wedding because you weren't getting any money anyway. So you didn't need to go to Ohio or wherever they at, wherever the fuck you said you was going. You didn't need to go because you weren't going to get anything. You about was going to get a fight. So what I'm curious to know is what all that commotion was when they showed in the previews that Sarah was crying and looked like she was trying to fight somebody. What was that if Destiny didn't make it? And if they don't show that, I'm going to be like, y'all just was editing shit together to make it seem like, which they do often. But they really drugged this wedding out 4 or 5 episodes just for Destiny not to show up and go into labor. I was ready for the fight. I was ready for the fireworks. Even though 2 pregnant women shouldn't be fighting, but I was... y'all had us thinking that it was finna really be some drama, and it wasn't. Like, don't do that. That's very misleading, and that the kind of shit that pisses me off. Like, don't do that. You did all that, and then she goes into labor. Child. All in all, it was a cool episode. I guess we'll see what happens with the rest of these couples on next week. And I'll talk to you guys later. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Let me know what you thought about the review. And I'll see you guys next week.